Hey guys, Aaron here with For the Love of Tech, and today I'm doing a video that I feel I owe you guys, right? A little while ago, I proclaimed I'm going to ditch my Pixel 2 XL and I'm gonna jump aboard back on my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. But I haven't gone into great detail as to how I felt about that change. What were the results? What happened during this Freaky Friday, right? What happened when I switched? Did I like it? Did I not like it? Did I enjoy the Samsung ecosystem? Did I enjoy the edge swipe screens? What's going on here? We've got questions that need to be answered. All right, let's start here. Giant Pixel 2 XL fan. One of the best phones I've ever used. I liked the Pixel XL, the OG, right? I liked it. I was a fan of the Nexus line as well. But the Pixel XL, the original Pixel that first came out, I wasn't crazy about, right? I liked it, wasn't crazy about it, was happy to sell it, move on to something else. Then Pixel 2 XL. I fell in love from the very first moment. I got this phone so I could review it and return it to Verizon. Easy peasy, no big deal. But what ended up happening is I liked it so much, I stayed on it. I kept using it. Like, all right. So as things happen, new cell phones come out, I buy them, I try them, I play with them, I give them away, I return them, or I tuck them away in the drawer for later use. Then the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus came out, and I thought to myself, well, Aaron, you love your Galaxy Note 8, so why won't you love your Galaxy S9 Plus? So I opened it, I unboxed it, I shared my excitement. I wanted you guys to know that I was totally stoked about this device, but something inside of me was like, something's different about this. This didn't feel like a new phone. I didn't like the Samsung Galaxy S8. Why? Itty bitty little battery. Same thing with the Note 8, right? It does have a much smaller battery, but the power management was pretty good. And I'm the kind of guy that I got chargers with me everywhere I go, hands down. I got the portables, I got it in the car, I got it at the office, I even got extra chargers for my smartwatch. I'm basically terrified of running out of juice. So I always have it, or something that can juice me up relatively quick, which is why I love fast charge. Thank you. I decided that my short few days with this device was not enough for me to have a true user experience. Now, there were some interesting comments that, hey, Unbox Therapy just did the same thing. And you're right. Lou did just do the same thing. I think he's great. He's like an idol of mine. But I don't know if we both did it for the exact same reason. I used it because I felt like I didn't give it its proper attention. I used it because I compared it to my Pixel. Everything about it was, this isn't my Pixel, this isn't my Pixel, that's not my Pixel. And I just hated it because it wasn't a Pixel. It wasn't my Pixel. So I had to change my mindset. And I had to say, Aaron, you are going to surround yourself in the Samsung ecosystem. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go here and you're going to do Sammy everything. So that's what I did. Sammy everything. The applications, the edge, even the keyboard. And I did it from the point of view, and I tried to tell myself, you've never had a Pixel. You never used a Pixel. You don't even know there's a phone called the Pixel. This is your phone. This is what you have to use. My findings of using the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus is this. It's a solid device. Super solid, super solid. They got that fingerprint sensor in the right place. Finally, thank you. Super solid. Fingerprint sensor right there. Big thumbs up, Sammy. You did it correct this time. Namaste. Namaste. The edge. Totally digging the edge. Good job again there, Sammy. Good job. What we have going on is I got my Zoom application, my settings, my Calm app, because I'm all about that meditation life. Namaste. Make sure you get 20 minutes in for yourself before bed. I got my Starbucks app, my YouTube app. I got my gallery for my pictures, my ADT because I got to protect my life from all the crazy people. I got a calculator because I love numbers. I got my Google Chrome, and I got my calendar, my Google Calendar. So I got that going on, right? I got that, and it's what I use, the things that I use frequently, and I like that because it lets me keep a clean desktop. It's like I call that my desktop. I don't know what you call it. I call it my desktop. So it lets me keep a clean desktop at all times. Nice and easy. I didn't jump aboard Samsung Pay, mainly because I already have most of my cards connected to Apple Pay and to Android Pay. And I didn't want my credit card companies and my bank to think I'm crazy. So what I ended up doing is I didn't do Samsung Pay. But I am told it's a great user experience. I don't have a lot of experience, so I'm not going to speak to it. We're just going to put unknown there, right? So don't know much about that. It was a fast device. I never felt like I was experiencing much of a lag. I didn't. I was okay with the speed. I thought it was top notch. Good job again, Sammy. Thank you very much. I will say this layered TouchWiz user interface is not my favorite. I find it to be slow. Even though the phone moves quick, I find the animations themselves slow. Maybe there's a setting to speed them up. I don't know. I just found them to be a little slow. The camera is the big claim to fame. Let's be real. This is a Note 8 in an S8 body minus an S Pen. That's it. Edge screens, nice big size, fingerprint sensor, dual cameras. This is a Note 8 in a Samsung Galaxy S9 body. Super simple, right? What was the big difference between the Note and this phone, the Samsung Galaxy S9? I think we can answer it by looking at the camera and the battery. Battery's bigger. Kudos, thank you. We need it. You know, I need juice. I love juice. I'm addicted to juice. But the camera on this, if you're like me and you're a Pixel 2 XL user, right? If you're a Pixel user, that's my home screen. That's how clean I keep my home screen. And you are used to this camera, and then you now got this camera. It's like I was having to try to convince myself that it was better because DxOMark said it was. I had to try. I was like, that phone's better. DxOMark knows what they're talking about. They did a ton of camera tests. They know. But what they didn't do, what DxOMark didn't do, was ask my opinion. And my opinion is the camera's not better. It's not. It can take better low light photos. Why? Because it was built to do that. Is it going to be useful for the vampires? They're going to love it. You're at a sporting event at nighttime. You're going to love it. You're somewhere where the light's not great. It's phenomenal. But for myself, in my life, day to day, I don't take pictures in low light areas. I don't take pictures where it's dark. I don't even like going outside when it's dark. I believe I belong inside my house at nighttime because I'm over 30 now and I'm old. But it's useful to someone out there. Maybe it's useful to even you. So while I was going through this, you're going to surround yourself in this Samsung experience. What I discovered is it's a good phone. It's just not for me. It might be for you. And I'm not saying anything bad at Samsung. They do solid stuff. Chances are, by the time the Note 8 comes out, I'm going to be going Google for the Note 8 because I've always been a huge Note fan. The bigger screen, the S Pen, the extra productivity utilities they give it, I've always been a huge fan. In addition to that, the Note 8 is usually where they drop the best and the newest products first. You pay for it, but you get the better and the newer features when you pay for it. And I'm always willing to pay for something a little bit better. Now, let's wrap it up. We're going to go back to my Pixel 2 XL. My buddy Zach over at Zach Talks Tech made a video the other day, and he challenged Google, challenged them to do better. He was upset about his blue screen. Now, nobody asked me if I had a blue screen. And I'm going to tell you I don't. I think the blue screen phenomenon, the epidemic, the crisis of this blue screen that has swept our nation is on a case-by-case basis. Results may vary. It doesn't mean every Pixel is going to have that. Let's not forget, when the iPhone first came out, everyone was like, screen burn! Screen burn! My screen's burning! What does that mean? And what happened? Apple put out a statement. I did a video on it. I'm going to put it at the end of this video so you can watch it. But they did a statement and it basically said, OLED screens are unpredictable and they'll do whatever they want. Right? We try to control them, but we can't. So these occurrences happen in all phones. There's a slight change or fluctuation in what the manufacturer wants the screens to do and then what they really end up doing. And that's a little disappointing if you're a manufacturer to actually have to come to terms with that and say, we're not in complete control of the outcome of our screens. And that sounds crazy, but it's true. And the reason it's true is we can look at the history, the chronological history of screens as they progress, as they improve, as they get better. There's challenges with all of them. right? There's challenges with all of them. So I would say, since I know Google's listening, because I know they're listening right now to make sure I'm not playing any copyrighted material in the background, so I know they're listening. So if Google is listening, which I know they are, I would say to them, Google, stay the course. You're doing good. And I know the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL are not going to disappoint anybody. With Android P coming, and now you're going to have this crazy intense Google Assistant, which I think is just it's Skynet. I just think it's Skynet. You guys might not believe me. I think it's Skynet. I think it's going to control everything one day. And we're going to say, how did we get here? And we're going to say, because we handed it over on a silver platter. And then they're going to be coming, John Connor and Sarah Connor, crazy. I'm just joking. But I do think artificial intelligence is going to play a bigger role in our lives, right? I have a business, one that actually makes me money. In that business, I'm currently working with a developer and a programmer. I'm taking 10 years of data, historical data, results, and I'm putting it through a program he has built. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, those are the buzzwords. I don't know what this means, but I know I'm working with this guy to take my business results and build a model, a machine that's going to basically make decisions for me as if I don't know what I'm doing. This machine is going to take 10 years of my historical data, and it's going to guide my choices. Do this, don't do this. Do that, don't do that. The world is expanding, and Google is at the forefront of it. I know Apple's got Siri. I know that Samsung thinks they have Bixby. I don't know. I never got on board with Bixby. But I do know for a fact Google is ahead of the game. I know this. They're big, they've got money, and they want to be better. That is what's important. So Google, I know you're listening, because you're everywhere. Stay the course. Listen to my buddy Zach. Do better. Get rid of that blue screen for him. It's really bugging him, right? Do better. For the love of tech, I know you guys are here because you're wondering, is there gonna be a giveaway? This is what I have to say. Yes, there's gonna be a giveaway. There's gonna be rules. There's gonna be new rules, but there's gonna be new free stuff I'm giving away. What am I giving away? I don't even know, but I'm giving you an opportunity to start getting some additional entries into the giveaway. What I do is I throw out a Roman numerals 4003 dash comment. I then export those comments, sort and filter by Roman numerals 403. And as long as there is one comment in there with a Roman numerals 4003, dash with a comment, I give you one entry into the giveaway. You can post multiple times, but you only get one entry per video unless I specify. So that's what you got to do to get entered into this video. What I want to know from you, what are you looking forward to more? The Note 9 or the Pixel 3? Leave the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you didn't like the video. And for the love of tech, namaste.